Hey guys, it's 2021 and I bring you with my most recent project slash content, which is called the History Challenge. And what the challenge is that I play with against another person, and we play either TCG, OCG, Duel Links, or Speed Duels. And we we play one match for almost every format that existed. So as you can see, I picked for the TCG. I'm playing against Terra Master, who shares co-ownership with Yu-Gi-Oh Legacy. So we're gonna go all over the different TCG formats. Most of these formats are based on the format library formats that you could play ranked. However, some of them are available as rank mode in Yu-Gi-Oh Legacy. So yeah, like the Legend of Blue Eyes, Magic Ruler. And then in the end, we go on to like Sarian Goat. And as you can see, there's a stop at the DM era, and that's because we're playing by seasons. So the first season is the DM era, and if the first season gets enough interest, then I will consider doing the GX era, and it doesn't have to be Terra Master. It could be another challenger. But yeah, so this is for the TCG, and as you can see, this is the very first format. We start by Legend of Blue Eyes, and yeah, so Terra Master is the challenger for the TCG. Oh, and by the way, this document, the purpose of this document is to showcase the scores, and I will be posting them in each video so that you can see the document and you can keep track of what's going on. And also for every format, so for example, for the LOB format, I'm going to post in the description, I'm going to post the rules from that format, the difference in rules between that format and the modern TCG format, and then the card pool and the ban list if there was a ban list. And the reason I want to do this is because I want a YouTube content for many formats that do not have that much attention. And so yeah, also for my audience in Yu-Gi-Oh Legacy and everyone who watches me, so they can see other formats and maybe get motivated to play these other formats and learn about formats that you didn't know before, for example the OCG ones. So that said, for the OCG, I picked Ellie Tinkin. Ellie is the owner of OCG Archives, which is the Discord. They host a lot of OCG formats, and Ellie right now is the person who I consider to be the most up to date in OCG and the person with the most interest. So I think Ellie is the best challenge I could hope for in terms of OCG. So yeah, as you can see, oh, and every monster that we're showing, it's at least competitively viable in the format that we're showing. So yeah, this is a format where Hitotsumi Giant is gonna be played, and this is a format where these weak monsters are going to be played. So that's interesting. Anyways, these first formats, they are the original rules format. So yeah, just to show you real quick, the original rules, they said that you did not have to tribute for summoning monsters with high levels. You could only use one spell or trap per turn, and yeah, there are other rules. So yeah, these formats, they are short-lived, like the formats with these rules. So at the end of the format, which is volume 2, we're gonna go with the replica formats. Now, what the replica formats are, it's just that I don't know if any of you remember, but there used to be a vanilla versions of these 4 ritual monsters that were distributed. However, they were as a prize card and they were never legal. So what we're doing is we play as if these cards were legal and available at 3 copies per player. So, and this is gonna wrap up the original rules, and this is gonna be season 1. Now season 2 is going to be the expert rules, but that's for another date. Anyways, here we have speed duels, and as you can see, I asked for Danik because he has played almost all these formats, and he has been a relevant player in every format. So yeah, I think Danik was my first choice, and he said yes, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, we're gonna go all over every speed duel format, including the community banlist ones. And again, for speed duels, we're gonna be showing the basic rules and the basic card pool, because there's people who might watch and have not seen anything of speed duels. And lastly, we have Duel Links. Now these Duel Link formats, we're gonna play them in Dueling Book, because that's the only way that we can play without paying money, and also without worrying about skill changes, because you can't use some skills because they have been errata. But yeah, so here we're playing from the very first Duel Links format that was only available in Japan. We're gonna have 4 or 5 formats from the DM era. So as you can see, as you can imagine which ones I picked because of the picture. But yeah, and these are the custom formats, with the exception of the first format, because that really existed. But yeah, these ones I might not go over them in season 1, might be for season 2, but yeah, I play them anyways. And here are the details. Alright, so Terramaster, Elitinken, and Danik, they all have their YouTube. So some of these replays might end up in their YouTube, some might end up in my YouTube, but I will keep a playlist so that you can view them, and we will all agree in leaving a in using the same title sequence or pattern, so that these are findable. And I will also ask them to post the description for the format, like the card pool, the ban list, and the rule changes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. At the end, I'm going to compare myself with each challenger, but also I will compare myself in general. What was my my total win percentage. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I hope you guys will like this content. I hope you guys support this content, because if you like this content, then there's going to be season 2. So we might go to GX with different players or the same player. It depends. We might go to 5Ds. We might go to Sexo. But after Pendulum, I don't know if we're gonna do this, unless there's interest, and unless there's motivation for someone to challenge me, and for me to want to do this. But yeah, I hope you guys will like this. Thank you very much. Thank you all for supporting me, and yeah, I'll be posting the first video soon.